After arriving in India, Mahatma Gandhi successfully organized satyagraha movements in various places. Let me tell you about three satyagrahas which took place in three places. And while talking about the objective, that is why this satyagraha was led, I will tell you short stories in between. So let's begin. First Satyagraha movement took place in Champaran, Bihar. It was in the year 1917. It was a movement of workers in the indigo plantation of the Champaran district of Bihar. It was against the oppressive plantation system. The Champaran Satyagraha of 1917 was the first satyagraha movement led by Gandhiji in India and is considered a historically important revolt in the Indian independence movement. It was farmers' uprising that took place in Champaran district of Bihar, India, during the British colonial period. The farmers were protesting against having to grow indigo with barely any payment for it. Let me tell you this story bit in detail. Most of these villages were not managed by landlords but were leased to ठेकेदार or temporary tenure holders. Most influential group among them was the European indigo planters. The basic issue or the trouble was a system of indirect cultivation where peasants leased land from the planters, binding the peasants to grow indigo each year on a specific piece of land in return for an advance at the beginning of the cultivation season. Planters always force them to sell their crop for a fixed and usually uneconomic price. At this time, the demand of Indian indigo in the world market was declining. This was happening due to the increasing production of synthetic indigo in Germany. Most planters at Champaran realized that indigo cultivation was not fetching them any money. The planters tried to save their own position by facing the tenants by telling the tenants to bear the burden of the losses. They offered to release the tenants. They said that we will release you from growing indigo. Who said this? Planters. Which was but the basic condition in their agreement with the planters was that they should pay the compensation or the damage. Apart from this, planters also asked the tenants, that is the peasants who were their tenants, that they have to pay increased rent and also imposed various taxes. Now, this problem was discussed in the Lucknow session of the Congress in 1916 by one of the peasants from Champaran, Rajkumar Shukla, with Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi came to Champaran. He visited Bihar and started making investigation. When he reached Champaran, he was served with an order to quit and go back again. He was regarded as a danger to the public space. Gandhiji decided to disobey the order because of sense of public responsibility. He was immediately arrested but later was released and he was allowed to investigate. Government appointed Champaran Agrarian Committee with Gandhiji as one of the member for the investigation. Committee unanimously recommended that the abolition of the system of using specific portion of land for growing indigo should be stopped and many illegal extractions under which the tenants were suffering like taxes rents should be reduced and the illegal recoveries should also be stopped and committee recommended that 25% of the amount should be refunded to the peasants. So it was a successful satyagraha. So, this was the story of Champaran Satyagraha. But what are the points that you are going to remember in order to frame your answer about the Champaran Satyagraha? Let's analyze those points. Just recollect the points on the next slide. So, what are the points that we have to remember and that we are going to use in order to frame our answer? So, Champaran movement took place in 1917. It was a movement of workers in the indigo plantation of the Champaran district of Bihar. It was against the oppressive plantation system. When Gandhiji returned to India from South Africa in 1915 and he saw the peasants in the northern India oppressed by indigo planters, He tried to use the same method that he had used in South Africa to organize mass uprising by people to protest against injustice. The Kheda Satyagraha of 1917, crop failure and plague epidemic made the life of the farmers miserable in the Kheda district of Gujarat. So they started a movement under Gandhiji's leadership with a demand for a reduction in the land revenue. It was the second Satyagraha movement after Champaran. Gandhiji organized this movement to support peasants in Gujarat. But over here, Mahatma Gandhi chiefly played the spiritual head. He was the spiritual head of this struggle. The key role in this satyagraha was played by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and his colleagues. They organized a major revolt. All the different ethnic and caste communities of Kheda participated in it. The peasants of Kheda signed a petition calling for the tax for this year to be scrapped in wake of the famine. The government in Bombay rejected this charter. They wanted that if the peasants did not pay, the land and the property would be confiscated and many would be arrested. But government finally sought to foster an honorable agreement for both the parties because Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and Gandhiji had a discussion with the government. The tax for the year in question and the next was suspended and the increase in the rates would be reduced, while all confiscated property was returned. So, indeed, this satyagraha was a successful satyagraha. So, this was the story of Kheda Satyagraha. So, what are the points that we are going to remember in order to write down our answer? Let's see those points on the next slide. So, the key points which we have to remember are crop failure and plague epidemic made the life of farmers miserable in the Kheda district of Gujarat. So, they started a movement under Gandhiji's leadership with a demand for reduction in land revenue. Gandhiji was chiefly the spiritual head of the struggle. Key role in the satyagraha was played by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Peasants of Kheda signed a petition calling for the tax for this year to be scrapped in wake of the famine. Government finally signed an agreement and the tax for 2 years was suspended and the increase in rate reduced and all the confiscated property was returned. Let's understand the third satyagraha that took place in 1918 in Ahmedabad. Let me tell you this story. In 1918, Mahatma Gandhi went to Ahmedabad to organize a satyagraha movement against cotton mill workers. Ahmedabad was the second largest city of Bombay Presidency and was long established commercial center. Under the British, the cotton industry grew in the city and Ahmedabad became a modern industrial town of the 20th century. In February and March 1918, there was a situation of conflict between the Gujarat mill owners and the workers on demand of a 50% wage hike. The mill owners were willing to give only 20% wage hike. In March 1918, under the leadership of Gandhiji, there was a strike in the cotton mills. In this strike, Gandhiji used the weapon of hunger strike. Gandhiji successfully carried out this non-violent satyagraha in a very disciplined manner. Result was that the strike was successful and the workers got a 35% wage increase. So, what are the points that we have to remember? As you have understood the story now, you know the story. So, what are the points that you have to remember for the Ahmedabad Mill Satyagraha? Which are the points that you are going to write down while writing down the answer? Let's get all those points on the next slide. So, the points to remember for Ahmedabad Cotton Mill Worker Satyagraha. First of all, why was this Satyagraha called for? So, it was related to the low wages and poor working conditions which had forced these mill workers to start a movement. Alright. So, in 1918, Mahatma Gandhi went to Ahmedabad to organize a Satyagraha among the cotton mill workers in February. Why? Because in February and March 1918, there was a situation of conflict between Gujarat mill owners and the workers. For what reason was there a conflict? On demand of a 50% wage hike, which the mill owners were not ready to give. They were only accepting the 20% wage hike. So in March 1918, under the leadership of Gandhiji, there was a strike in the cotton mill work, and in this strike, Gandhiji used the weapon of hunger strike. It was carried out in a pure non-violent way and in a very disciplined way, and the result was that the strike was successful and the workers got a 35% wage increase. Okay, so while writing down the answer, there is no need for the percentage which are mentioned. You can directly just say that the result was that the strike was successful and workers got the wage hike.